Media stakeholders and the civil society have continued to express outrage over insulting attacks on the media by Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria. The interest groups collectively condemned the crude and abusive language used by Kuria and other high-profile civil servants, saying it was a ploy to divert the public's attention from the cases of graft in the Kenya Kwanza administration. As Victoria Rubadiri reports, the embattled Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria remains undeterred and is keeping the insults flowing on social media.
For a second day running, media stakeholders continued to call out high-ranking government officials over their hostile utterances against the media.
Wanahabari letu ni kalamu, karatasi, kitabu na kamera ambazo tunazitumia. Hatutumii silaha yoyote. Wakati tunaenda kale kuangazia matukio nchini, kisha sisi tunakuwa ndio walengwa. Wanahabari wetu waliodhulumiwa hadi sasa hawajapewa haki. Hakuna yeyote ambaye amewajibikia matendo ambayo yalifanyika. Kisha tunapoangalia matatizo ambayo vyombo vya habari vinapitia sasa hivi, badala ya serikali kushirikiana na vyombo vya habari katika kutafuta suluhu, ni vitisho. Mkiangazia taarifa fulani, hatutawapatia advertising. Pesa ambazo zinatumiwa katika hii advertising ni pesa za raia, sio pesa za mtu binafsi katika serikali.
A few hours later, civil society lent their voices to the matter.
The recent threats by the Cabinet Secretary to send home any government agency advertising in one of the media houses in the country is not only unconstitutional and illegal, but clearly communicates the state's intention to interfere with the work of independent agencies.
This attack can be considered an attempt to intimidate the Fourth Estate and silence them for highlighting the deteriorating state of our nation and government excesses.
The interest groups all reacting to comments made by the Cabinet Secretary for Investments, Trade and Industry, Moses Kuria, threatening to sack any government official who advertises with the Nation Media Group. CS Kuria's outburst followed an NTV expose that alleged cabinet secretaries were responsible for the drop in the price of edible oils.
Nyinyi watu wa media kusema Nation Media muamue kama nyinyi ni gazeti ama broadcasting house ama media house ama ni chama cha upinzani.
This morning, the CS did not relent in his assault on the media, tweeting this. Other government officials joined in with nominated ICT Chief Administrative Secretary Dennis Itumbi, accusing Nation Media Group of bias and having editors with a penchant for negative stories. Principal Secretary in the State Department for Crop Development, Kelo Harsama, who was reacting to a report by the Daily Nation about farmers rejecting the subsidized fertilizer by the state, accused the media house of propaganda. He went further to say his State Department would not advertise with the nation until he is, quote, convinced the war is over. CS Kuria later affirming PS Harsama's tweet with a way to go. The PS later sending this text to Citizen TV saying in part, any pending advert in line will be cancelled immediately. This follows frequent, deliberate, subversive attempts of NMG by use of propaganda and misinformation to undermine several government efforts. So far, none of them have been reprimanded for their remarks or offered to withdraw their statements. Civil society groups said they are ready to take legal action should the threats on media freedom continue. Victoria Rubadiri, Citizen TV.